Hello guys, my name is Benjamin. I've been a woodturner for over 10 years and this is just a few of my chucks. Now, how to maintain a chuck, because when you get them they work fine. After a little while they start getting like a little bit more difficult to work with. This one for instance, it starts to, bind a little bit here and there. So this one I'm going to go through, and this is a one-way one, a Oneway Talon. It's my favorite. I use it quite a bit and it works fine, but I just want to show you how to maintain a chuck like this. So first thing we're going to do is you're going to get rid of these jaws. Take your Allen key, and that's the wrong size, or it's just because it's, yeah, get that out of there. So let me just do that really quick. Now, I use a lot of lacquer and colouring, so some of the holes are filled up with gunk, so I'm just going to clean that. It could also be just wood dust, so I'm just going to clean that with a screwdriver to get access to those. Now, it's important to pay attention to where these are on some chucks. On this chucks, you only need to pay attention to those lines there, because they correspond to, on the one way, this little pin there. So that little pin fits in that slot there, so that stops the jaws from, the slats from coming off. Alright, so now I have done that, I need to take that off. So I'm just going to take off the slats here, just reverse them all the way. And just pay attention to where they are. They are numbered on the back of them. This is number 1. This should be number 2. It is. Number 3. And number 4. So in this case, number 4 is at the big slot. So just remember that. Now I'm just going to scrape up some of this gunk here. And actually they are marked, so that's slot number 1. So now I know that my number 1 should go into that slot again. But like I said, I use a lot of lacquer on my arty pieces, so things will get dirty. I could just put this in an ultrasonic bath, but this way you can see what's going to happen with your jaws, with your chuck. If you're like me, you just use it. There you go, perfect number 1. So let me just get rid of the rest of it. If this spins freely, there's nothing holding it back, and that's all you need to do. If this doesn't spin freely, there is a lock ring down here. Probably a little bit difficult to see, but there's a lock ring down there, just like a piston ring. You can get that off, and then this whole thing can come out. So you can clean it there as well. But I'm lucky, it still spins freely. So that's all maintenance I'm going to do on the chuck itself. I'm going to clean it up a little bit more. Okay, so this is Teflon spray. This particular brand just calls it dry lubricant, or any dry lubricant will work, but Teflon spray will work really well. So what I'm going to do I'm going to spray it down on the coil here. There. I'm just going to move it a little bit. Spray again. Now you don't want oil on it. You could do it. You just need to clean it really often because oil will attract dust. And as a woodturning shop, you have a lot of dust in it. Right. Now I'm not being stingy with this topic right here. I'm just giving it quite a bit in all the moving parts, and this just start to move a lot better now. Good. Now for the sleds themselves. Now I'm just going to clean up all the surface with the blade again. I'm not going to go too fancy with that. And you don't want to use sandpaper or something like that. You just want to scrape it off, and no abrasive really down here in those screws or anywhere else on these, because that's what holds your jaws, and if they get messed up, that's going to make it not so accurate. There you go, that's actually number 2 down there. Okay, so now I'm just gonna loop the back side of these again, get in a gentle coat, and the sides here as well. There. Right. So we had number 1 marked. That's that one. So that's that one there. You can see when you put them back in, you can see right there, that's the first tooth. That's going to catch the first groove there on the number 1. So we're going to put that in and rotate it a quarter of a turn, and you can see it just comes out there. Push that back, get number 2 there, rotate again, 3, that's number 3. I'm just going to get the chuck key to do this. Number 4 there. Now I'm just gonna get them in. If you wonder if they fit, you're just gonna go all the way in. See, they're meeting the center perfectly. I'm just gonna open it like that, and then it starts cleaning the jaws. Now, my jaws have seen a lot. This chuck, I think, is 6 or 7 years old, and it's the first set of jaws I had on it. Now, I hit it with a gouge, I did a lot of things to it, so I probably need to replace them kind of soon. Now, for a set of jaws to be accurate, the grooves on the side, these are grooved, need to be clean. So, that's something we can do. Other than that, I just need to make sure that the underside is clean where they attach to the chuck itself. That groove, that's really important. Fits on there. This is the first one. That's going to be on the long slot because I want most expandability on these. Because on these jaws you can go all the way out and still climb really well on a piece. But that's about it really. That's more and one of these. Put back on. Rather, use that soon because these are used and used. I got this chuck, I think, about 3 years after I started, between 3 and 4 years after I started wood turning, when I started to get serious about it. So it's been with me for a long time and through a lot of my mistakes. I'm just cleaning the sides here because if these are not down to bare metal again, they will not go together all the way, and that's going to affect another trick I'm going to show you in a little bit. There you go. So let me put the screws back on. Now I'm not going to tighten them, I'm just going to put them on, and I'll show you why as soon as I'm done here. Okay. When you have a pair of jaws you had off and you put them back on, always close the jaws all the way and then tighten the screws, because there are a little bit of wriggle room here, right? A little bit of wriggle room. They are on all chucks. But if you just do it like that and then you do a final tightening, and just going to be like a quarter of a turn needing, and you don't need to over tighten this, they just need to be tight. That way you're sure that your jaws are going to line up really well. Okay, so that's the one way. My favorite chuck. And as you can see, they will stop. I can't get any further than that without forcing it. This is great. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time when we do service on a chuck with a closed backing on it.